Well, let's turn now to Andrew Friedman to talk more about that new immigration order and the possible changes coming to the Affordable Care Act and how he sees it all playing out in the financial markets. Oh, incidentally, he's the principal at the Washington Update. Andy, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thanks, Tyler.
All right, let's talk first about health care. There's a lot more we don't know. We really just got this massive blueprint within the last half hour. I believe it has no coverage mandates and no penalties for people who don't have it. It's going to be a heavy lift in Congress, even on the House side, especially on the Senate side. Can they do it?
I think it's going to be hard. I mean, they can pull the financial underpinnings from out from under the Affordable Care Act, as you know, with 51 votes in the Senate, because there's a procedure that lets tax and fiscal legislation pass with 51 votes. But to replace the whole law requires 60 votes in the Senate, and more importantly, to actually replace it with something requires an affirmative vote. So I think it's going to be hard to get something through exactly as it is. I think the most concern for the markets here, though, is something we don't know, which is how much is it going to cost?
Right. That's what I was just going to say. How do you think Wall Street will view it? Obviously, they're going to parse through the language such as we have it tonight and probably react to it tomorrow. What do you think?
I think for now it's going to be a wait and see approach. I think it comes down to, is this really going to balloon the deficit, which is what I think businesses are most concerned about. There's also a tangential concern, so it's a little bit ironic, but I think businesses want to get this out of the way so that Congress can focus on the most important thing, which is tax reform and government stimulus. So I think if the process is able to move smoothly and the Congress can pivot, that will be well received. But in the short run, I think businesses will wait to see what the cost is and what kind of reaction they get from others in Congress.
Where, from what you know, and forgive me because I know this is really just news out in the last half hour or so, where would the cost ballooning come from in this proposal?
Well, it would probably come from the devil in the details of the tax credits. As you heard, the idea is to replace a public system with subsidies with a private system where people get their own credits and go out and buy their own insurance. How large are those credits? How many people will accept them? How many people will still be able to get Medicaid? You're going to get rid of the major funding mechanism of Obamacare, which is the 3.8% surtax on investment income. That's going to get repealed. So you're not going to have as much revenue coming in. How much of this money is going to be going out in tax credits?
Andy, thanks for being with us again. Andrew Friedman with the Washington Update.
Thanks for inviting me.
You bet.